I'm sitting here with Andy from the Bushcamp Company in Mfui in South Luangwa, Zambia. So happy to finally be back to Zambia. Thrilled that it's open and to be able to be here and to spend some time with you. And I love that we're sitting here in front of the brand new director's house, a great 2-bedroom private experience for families or friends traveling together. It was such a lovely dinner that we had last night. So just thank you again very much for having us. And do you want to start actually by telling me a little bit about the renovation? Because I know that you've been busy renovating Mfui Lodge and some of your other bush camps.
Well, firstly, thanks very much for coming, both to you and Johan. We appreciate that you've got the confidence to come. I think everything has gone smoothly from a Zambian tourism point of view, which is fantastic, which is what we need. Flights worked well. Coming into the country, immigration worked well. COVID checking worked well. So yeah, so we appreciate it. Everybody appreciates it. I think the more positive footage we can get out into the big wide world from people like you is fantastic for us. So from a Bushcamp point of view and from a Zambian point of view, it's very much appreciated.
Thank you. Yeah.
So yeah, we've done a big refurb. We've done a major refurb at Mfui Lodge. So basically from the reception area, from where you arrive, all the way through to the rooms. We've added a photographic studio for photographic groups to be able to use. We've redone the spa. We've redone the rooms. So yeah, a big refurb. The main area, the decks. So really good. Been a challenge during COVID. So not only COVID, but we've also had floods in the area. So it's been a challenge, but we've got everything in and everything looking pretty good, very good. We've done a few of the bush camps. A couple of the bush camps got flooded, so we planned to do a few. We had not planned to do a few, and with the floods and some big, must have been a hurricane that went through Chindeni, we've now done those. So yeah, all in all, been busy, and yeah, looking good, ready to go, waiting for people to arrive.
And on top of what you've been doing with the property, you've been busy with the community. And I know that throughout this time still you've been working on your community projects, supporting your team, supporting people here. And that's one of the things that you and I both love so much about what we do. We have that National Geographic Unique Lodge kind of connection as well, and focus a lot on sustainability and community. Do you want to tell me a little bit about the projects that you've continued to do and what you've been up to this year specifically?
Excuse me. Yeah, it's a big part of who we are, what we want to do. So we've managed to continue to do, I would say probably 50, maybe 60% of what we would have hoped to do. We normally put in about 25 boreholes, which is a commit to clean water project. Each of those boreholes benefiting about 300 people. So this year we've put in 12 to date, and there's a couple more to go in. So around about half. We have got a meal a day program where we feed 2,500 kids. So some of the kids, where the schools were closed, the schools are now open. So the kids are all getting one meal a day, the school kids. We're currently building a 1x6 classroom block, which is one block with 6 classrooms in. A little bit later we'll see a concept that we use to build with. It's using containers. So the containers are the walls that then get used as offices or storerooms by the teachers, and then between the containers is the classroom or a hall or whatever the school needs to use it for. So yeah, we've continued. We've been fortunate to continue to do the community work that we do like to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's, we obviously need bums in beds to continue to do it at the level we would like to do it at. and that's the importance of tourism. And the more tourists we can get, the more we can do in the community. But from a company point of view, the company obviously contributes to a lot to all of that as well. But all of the clients that come also contribute in the rates to what we do. So it's vital from a tourism point of view. Tourism. So from a Bushcamp point of view and from a Zambian tourism point of view, it's obviously an important.
And there's still plenty of time to come to Zambia and to enjoy such an incredible safari. We were out this morning in the new photographic vehicle and of course saw the first few carmine bee eaters that are coming back this time of year, and some ellies out in the dry riverbed, and lots of plains games and antelope, and just, really wonderful species, and not one other car, not one other vehicle, no other tourists. So definitely a couple of months to still get out here this year and make a difference and have an amazing safari.
Sure.
And I really do think that Zambia is ready. Everything that I've seen, as you said, has just been seamless and easy. But do you want to tell me a little bit about kind of what you've done specifically with your team to make sure that the lodge and the properties are safe and ready for guests, and how people are going to feel comfortable and happy here as well?
Sure. We've obviously had the time to be able to look into what we need to do, quite seriously, and we've had discussions with National Geographic lodges. We've had discussions with lots of people. So we've tried to take what we think is the best policies that would make people feel comfortable, but also make them realistic in being able to do them, and not not be in people's faces all the time. So we're doing the masks, we're doing the social distancing, the sanitizing for people on a vehicle, private dinners, all the stuff that sort of keeps people separate if they want to. We sometimes have groups, we have had some small groups, and not a lot, but we have had a few that have wanted to be together, which is fine. So that's their choice.
Yeah.
But we do, from our staff point of view, everybody's very disciplined in what they've got to do, and from when you arrive at the reception desk, there's a sanitize. You can sanitize there. We spray the luggage down, and so I think. We've got the right mix of what we need to do to make people feel confident, and hopefully, that keeps everybody safe.
And while we as guests are having our temperatures taken once a day, is it right that your staff is having the temperature taken multiple times a day?
3 times. We're doing it 3 times a day.
3 times a day for staff, once for guests. Yeah.
Yeah, guests potentially in the morning, maybe before breakfast, and then potentially in the evening. So. It's just and it's pretty easy. It doesn't take any time. It's not intrusive.
No.
So I think that's important. I think as long as people can see that the right things are being done, without making it the total focus of what needs to be done. And I think it's, as you said, it's about the confidence.
Well, and I again have felt very comfortable being on safari, being in open vehicles and open air with so few people around. And yet I know that one of the questions that's being asked of us, or one of the things people are concerned about, is what if I do get sick? What happens if I'm traveling and I don't feel well, whether that's COVID or anything else? And you were telling us about a doctor that is here in the area. Would you tell me a little bit about kind of what is available to guests if they need that?
Yeah, we have a very good medical fund, which is the Safari Operators Medical Fund, that works really hard to make sure that we have a really experienced, good doctor in the area all the time. So the doctors come in, they spend 3 to 6 months here, and then they go, and then the next doctor will come. All highly experienced. The doctors work. The primary focus is they work in the local clinic. So it's for the community, but then if any of the lodges who fund or help fund the doctor need the doctor's available. So just the comfort level of having a doctor of that level here is huge.
Yeah.
You know, so we would, if there was any issues, we'd just get hold of the doctor, and be fortunate, he's 10 minutes away. Excuse me.
We're gonna take you there now.
And he comes in and he does what he needs to do.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I love it. You spoiled Johan and I last night upon arrival with a couples massage out here on the deck. This pool looks very inviting. It's not yet even October and it's still already pretty warm for me. So I think we're going to go and enjoy a couple more of the things that you have here on property. And thank you again so much for your hospitality and for welcoming us to Zambia.
thank you. Thank you. Genuinely, thank you both. And enjoy the rest of your trip. And I know you're going down to the low Zambezi and the Kafue, and you've been in Livingston, so you've been all over. But thanks very much to both of you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, brilliant country and people need to come immediately and enjoy.
Thanks. very much.
Thanks.